What's going on, YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do, and we have an exciting video today. So I was looking at the Anker 335. Okay, that was really weird. My phone completely died. I was looking at this guy right here because it's a 20-watt charger. And if you watch my videos, you know that my main charger is actually a PowerCore 20K, but this one's only 18 watts. So I've had this one for quite a while and I use it at work. But again, it's only an 18-watt charger. So I was kind of excited and tempted to get this guy right here because it has two USB-A and one Type-C. This only has one Type-C and one USB-A. And normally it's a $60 battery. But then I saw this guy right here, the Anker 535, and it's a 30-watt output charger. So that tickled my fancy, and I bought it. It could very well replace this 20K, and also it has two Type-C. This has one Type-C. We're going to do some testing and see some stuff. So I got two different colors. One of these is going to be my wife's, and one of these is going to be mine. And the two different colors means we can easily tell whose is whose. The model number is A1366. Just going to be an unboxing and a test video. I want to see what this thing is capable of and compare it to the older 18-watt 20K. All right, so in here we have a little charging cable. All right, it's a short little guy. It's not 3 foot, but it's not 1 foot. It's maybe 1.5. Instructions, carrying case. And then we have the battery. And while that's kind of hard to make out because it's black on, well, the text isn't black, but it's hard to read. This one is new and going to be much easier to read. So I'll let you pause that and read all the stats for yourself as far as what each output can do. So this contains two cells. You're going to have a 10,000 and a 12,000. So it's a 20,000 mAh battery bank. For those of you that do like you did on my video of the MagSafe charger, 10,000, 12,000. Add those two numbers together. 12 volts at 1.5 amps on the USB-A output. And this one also comes with a little short cable. I like these little short cables, they're neat. And let's take a look at this battery bank. My wife's a big fan of the color purple, so I think she's really gonna like that. Wow, it's actually much easier to read the text on the green one than it is the purple one. They're both the A1366. And those of you that comment on my fingers, I just took a shower, I scrubbed my hands really hard, but working in automotive, some evidence of it being 10 p.m. and me working all day is visible. But this is really, really cool. Look at this. Very colorful. We've got the two USB Type-C and the one USB-A. Now, I've converted almost everything over to Type-C. I have so many Type-C cables, it's not funny. And I don't use Type-A very often at all, really, except maybe to charge my watch and my earbuds. So this one made way more sense to me. Now, I just picked these up on Amazon. The little Type-C cables that do 100 watts, and they have little displays on them to measure the output. Because we're going to test some things. We've got Anker's newest Nano 3, and then the older Nano Pro 20 watt, 30 watt. So we're going to plug in the 20 watt. Foldable prongs on the 30 watt. Let's go. All right, then we're going to connect the charging port to this guy right here. And then we're going to plug it into this guy right here. And you can see that one of them is charging at 33 watts. The other is going at 22. So these things do have 30 watt input, which is exciting. 18 watts is kind of like, it's okay, but I've had better.
Is it good for you?
I've had better.
So I'm really excited that they made these little new Nano 30s, and these battery banks right here, 20,000 to me is the sweet spot. I have these little 10,000s, and they're all right. They do the job, but 10,000 is eh. And our cables are accurately reflecting the wattage. 20 on this one, 32 on that one. And it is indicating that it is actually quite low. Just that second LED is flashing. This one's actually got quite a bit more. The third light is flashing. To put that into perspective, I'm unplugging the 30 watt and plugging it into my main battery bank right now. And see, it was going at 30 and now it's going at 16. This battery bank is almost full, but that is what it's about what it's gonna max out at anyway. All right, I want to test something. So I'm gonna plug in one of the ports here on the left, and then we have our Z Fold 4. Plugging that in, we get the little dual thing there, super fast charging. And it's currently going at 20 watts. Now, with some charging adapters and battery banks and stuff like that, when you plug in the second one, you lose power right away. So let's test that theory. Let's plug in this. And it did not restart the connection. It's still going at 19 watts. Now we'll plug in our Pixel 7 Pro. That did light up and change. Now it's indicating that it's only fast charging. If we unplug the Z Fold, we can see charging rapidly. And we're getting over 20 watts of power going to it. I don't know what it is with Google Pixel phones, but typically when I have two things plugged in, I lose the power delivery, so I just get normal wattage of 12 watts. So it's putting 12 watts into this guy, and it's putting 11 watts into this guy. All right, and to top it all off, let's plug in that third port here. Right now we're getting 11 watts and 12 watts, but our Apple Watch is almost dead. Let's charge that. And that does say charging rapidly down there. So we're still getting 11 and 12, and then this guy's charging as well, indicating that it's putting out about anywhere from between, well, 1 watt. Okay, so 1 watt going to the watch. So that's not bad. I've got this battery bank, which is 20,000 mAh, charging 3 different things right now. That's pretty sweet. Okay, now I'm curious as to how much this guy weighs. I'm showing 353 grams. But the one I used to use, it's like a PowerCore 20K PD. It's an older one, but it's still really good. How much do you weigh? So you don't really gain much weight going to this guy, but you gain an extra Type-C port and 30 watts versus 18 watts. This is actually unbelievable, and I cannot believe I bought a Mac, but I did. All right, so my battery is at 34% right now. With the same cable that has the little meter on it, we're going to plug it into one of the ports on here. And check it out. We're getting 28 watts of power going into the MacBook Pro. If this was a MacBook Air, it would be charging at full speed, actually. But since this is the Pro, I've seen this thing do like 87 watts. It does indicate up there that it's charging. And right there indicates it's charging at 30 watts. And this does actually say 30 now. Oh, damn it. Went to 28. There you go. All right, so I can see the little numbers at 30 right now. Let's plug in our phone and charge it up. It says fast charging, going at 12 watts. This is going at 14 watts. Okay, so that's pretty even. It's going to split the power 50-50. All right, just for giggles, let's plug in this 140 watt charger here. And I see it going to 84, 93. And the cable does reflect that it's hitting pretty much 100 watts. Wow. And yep, it indicates right here that we're charging it at 100 watts as well. I love this little thing. It's so cool. I made a video on this, by the way. And then I've got this that does 87 watts, which is pretty freaking sweet because it's got 2 Type-C and 2 USB-A, and it's a much heavier, thicker power bank. And I've got this PowerCore 60 watt right here. I see 62 watts on the little screen here, and it shows 60 watts of charging speed. All right, that's going to pretty much wrap up this video. This is basically just a, hey, The Anker 535 is the way to go. I would recommend it over the 335 unless you primarily use type A, but then you only get 20 watts versus 30 watts. And being able to charge this, I'm still over here charging this thing at 30 watts. This purple one right here. I'm still getting 30 watts, which is kind of cool that it matches the color of this guy right here. That's awesome. But yeah, it's still going at 30 watts, which means this 18-watt power bank right here is sadly not going to see any more use because I'd rather charge at 30 watts than 18. So this only accepts 18 into it and 18 out of it. Why do that when I know my phone can do 22 or 24 or even 28? I'm totally using this guy from now on. Many more videos to come. I'm a nerd, and I hope that you're a nerd with me as well. I really, really like this because I can carry these two little short cables around through Anker, and I can plug in a tool, and there you go. And I can charge up my iPhone, and I can charge up my Fold 4. And there you go. We have this at 84% currently charging, and we have this currently charging, and we have this. And then all we need to do is unplug both of these and stick this back in my jacket. That's awesome. I truly am excited. If you think about it, you're getting 15 watts per port when this guy only did 18 in the first place. And if only one phone needs to be charged, it's going to charge at 30 watts. Super fast charging. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I have many more videos to come. This is What Would Josh Do? And I'm out.